Jesse Vega is an actor, dancer, and recording artist who's celebrating 20 years in the industry with his first concert documentary called For You, Intimate Live Experience. And Jesse is with us here just now. How are you today?
Hey everybody, I'm Toby Griffin's show. It's good to see you again.
Yes, it's great to have you back. You must have been on quite a few times before because I've lost count now.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe this will be like our fourth.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Fourth or fifth.
Yes.
I don't
Around
think it's
there.
as little as third, so yeah.
I know.
Now, you've got this new concert documentary coming out, which is called For You, The Intimate Live Experience. So what was it that inspired you to create this?
Okay, so, when I started doing my original music, I automatically said I want to do my own concert. Even prior to doing my own original music, I always wanted to do one. I used to do a lot of intimate sessions with the family when there was like barbecues and get-togethers. But at the time, I used to do cover songs, and I used to cover other artists' songs, and then they would see me perform for like a good 10 minutes and just dance. And, I got like this high drive of the feedback of the audience that if I could do that, I know I can do something in regards to like making my own original music. But at the time, I didn't know outlets. I didn't have the money. I didn't know the connections. So it took me a long time by the time I got to where I am today to finally have my own first ever concert. So it's been a thought process for years in the making.
Yeah. And the concert documentary gives us this sort of inside look at the rehearsals. So were there any particular moments during the rehearsal process and that are in the film that, stand out to you?
Yes, like during the whole rehearsal process, the only thing that kept coming to my mind throughout me creating the journey was praying that everything goes well, praying that all the stars are aligned, making sure that all the work, all the money that I'm investing in, all the time and energy, that everything goes according to plan. And even if something miraculously ends up happening where it could be as simple as losing a dancer or not booking the space on time or not having enough time, that I was always thinking of backup plans, that was something that was always in my mind. Like, it has to work. It has to work. This needs to happen. This needs to happen. It's been pushed back for so long. I need this to happen so I can say I've done it, because that's what I was stressing on throughout this whole process of making this happen.
Yeah. And what do you think the appeal is about a concert documentary? Do you think a lot of people will be interested in all the behind-the-scenes stuff? And also, the fact that it's specifically about a concert rather than a sort of overall behind-the-scenes look at your whole career or a particular album, I suppose. Why is the concert bit so exciting?
Well, the concert is so exciting because they get to see live entertainment. They get to see me dance. They get to see me perform. And I think most of my fans and most of my family and friends, they know me to be an entertainer, to be performing, to give choreography. So that little anecdote within the film is something that they can get to see of me doing what I'm known to do. With the documentary, the reason why I had to make it into something more intimate was, originally I wanted to do a concert, which was live setting. But then I was thinking about, okay, I got to get people. They got to buy tickets. What about I don't get enough people? Then I'm out by, who knows, a couple of dollars within me sharing the venue with somebody, a business. So instead of that, I'll keep all the profits, I keep all the revenue, and take more of the control by just making it more intimate by having a concert and a documentary where they can see the process of how it took the journey so long to make, my first ever production, within having live entertainment, but also intimate conversations of we're talking about me as an artist and the struggles of doing this for 20 years.
Absolutely. And I suppose, even with a concert, it's a specific date and time. Whereas with this documentary, people can watch it anytime they like and they can rewatch it.
Yeah, yeah, that they can.
Absolutely. Now, what was your particular role? I mean, did you write, edit, direct, absolutely everything, or did you only do some of those roles?
So I have a production company called Vega Productions. It's my
Mm.
own independently funded company where it's mostly a company of just acting, dance, and music, all three
Yeah.
different facets that represent me as Jesse Vega. And with the concert, I did have the concept of doing a concert and a documentary, but obviously I couldn't do it all by myself. So I had
Yeah.
to ask some friends. So I hit up this great cinematographer, um, Archive Productions, Phoenix Rosario, and he was the cinematographer on capturing the intimate moments, capturing the rehearsals, capturing the concert within his production company in conjoint with mine. We decided to collaborate in that, and then his wife, Virgo Beauty. She was the artistic choreographer on creating the concept of choreography in terms of what songs we're gonna do and creating
Yeah.
with the visuals behind me. So everything was all collaborative effort. It had to be more than one person because you can only do so much with one person because Phoenix Rosario was mostly in charge of, yes, filming, but he was also in
Yeah.
charge of the editing. He was also in charge of the lighting when it came to filming the scenes. Working with his wife, they had to go in cahoots with how does it look on the set? Does the lighting looks good on this scene? How is it working out? Then I had to play. I was blessed enough that I had to do so much work that I had 2 extra heads to be the
Yeah.
eyes and ears. So it all worked out.
Absolutely. Now, this documentary is coming about because you've been in the industry 20 years, even though by the look of you, you must have started when you were like 4. So, what has been the most significant lesson you've learnt over those 20 years?
That's a good question, Toby, because I want to put something for a little noggin for people who are watching this, especially my entertainer friends. I
Mm.
speak very highly and very proud when I say 20 years. People may say and think of it and be like, oh, 20 years. Oh, please, Jesse Vega, like you're not even in Hollywood. So you can't really represent 20 years. Like people don't
Mm.
know you in Hollywood like that. But to be honest, I take everything that I worked for so long as a stamp of approval that I have been doing this for such a long time, even if I'm not in Hollywood standards. But I best rest assured that people in the industry know who I am. It's just
Yeah.
only a matter of time until I just be able to like kick through the door
Yeah.
and I'm like, here I am, I'm finally here, and then people start to notice me. But when I say 20 years, I say 20 years of just doing what I love to do. I started in 2005 on my first musical, The Wiz, in junior high
Mm.
school, and then I just worked my way up. I mean, it wasn't like an overnight process. So every little thing that I've done, from theater to dance competitions, to films, to music videos, to producing, to directing, all those things are something that I appreciate, and I take it. I don't look at it as, oh, I don't think that is not worth something, because every little
Yeah.
thing that I've done is something that is going to benefit in the long run. When I do get to sit in front of chairmen of executives who are in Hollywood, where they'll sit there and they say, well, Mr. Vega, we want to put you to do this live performance. Can you sing? And I'll say, yes. Can you produce this? Yes, I can. Can you
Mm.
even act in this? So, I feel like it's my duty to do everything and anything now. And I feel like anybody who wants to be an artist should do it now, because by the time you get to that level of Hollywood standards, you won't look like a chicken without a head. Like, no, I don't know how to do this. I never did this. I don't know.
Yeah.
You already had all this experience. So 20 years, I really take it to the heart. I'm very honored. I'm very happy. And it's an emotional thing, because it's like, wow, for 20 years, I finally got to now I can get to do my own concert. And this is a blessing.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the first or the last. It's going to be something that's going to continue on for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And 20 years is a long time. So how do you stay motivated? Because a lot of people, maybe because as you say, you're not sort of a Hollywood name or whatever. So a lot of people would maybe, if that didn't happen, would have maybe just given up.
Yeah, that's another good question because it's crazy how you say that because I've heard it so many times, Toby. Like
Mm.
people, they're so talented, they have it, but they lack confidence. They lack
Yeah,
inner intuition. They lack a spiritual motivation, spiritual sense where they, life does be lifing. Things do
yeah,
get in the way,
yeah,
but I don't know how people look at me and they're like, wow, how do you have so much motivation? Like you don't stop. Even when things get hard, you still like, you don't give up. And the reason for that is I just see that it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen in my heart. No matter how long it takes, it's going to happen.
mm.
But I feel like you just got to wake up and say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. No matter how, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. And
Yeah,
it's very unfortunate because a lot of people, they get to a point where they want to do something so much and it's not happening fast enough. So they start to drift on other directions and other paths. And, I can't really force people to be like, you got this, you can do this, keep going, don't stop.
mm.
I can't control people's actions, but I can control minds. And minds say, no matter how hard things may get, I'm still going to continue and I'm not going to give up because there is no time limit on when you're going to make it. I always look at my favorite actress, B. Arthur. I always turn to her when sometimes I get those little more things when I go, oh, it's not happening long enough. It's not happening. It took
Yeah.
her 20 years, maybe 25, who knows, by the age of 45, 47, by the time she made it into Hollywood. And I look at that and I'm like, wow, she started in her 20s doing theater, doing so much. And it took till she was 45, 47 by the time she made it to Hollywood as a
Wow.
female. So there
Yeah.
is no deadline when to make it. You just got to keep going and get the expectations of whatever you do, whether it's a film, a movie, or somebody's job, whatever. Get out of the expectation of, oh, I'm going to get there. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Just be in the moment, be present, and just walk with God or whoever you believe in.
Absolutely. Now, how would you like to be remembered in the entertainment world? What do you think your legacy would be?
My legacy will be someone that if they say, oh, what can we say about Mr. Vega? They'll say dedicated,
Mm.
driven, imaginative, have great attention to detail, where they will say he will look at something, hear something, and know exactly what he wants from the inception of a song or the inception of a film or the inception of a dance. I just don't know how to explain it to you, Toby, but my mind just
Yeah.
works in very crazy ways where I'm always thinking of creative things. Where I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay, if I hear something or I see something, I can see this. I can already see it. And it's only a matter of time if the person believes it or not. So I will
Yeah.
always say they will remember me as driven and hardworking and dedicated and never have any deadline whatsoever to when to make it. Just do it and stop making
Yeah.
excuses for yourself because nobody's going to feel sad for you but yourself.
Absolutely. Now, you've got obviously this documentary, but what's next for you after it? Is there any more exciting projects that you're working on?
So aside from me doing the concert documentary, like right now we just released a trailer. And I also released
Mm.
a visualizer under my album called Calling on My Phone, which just got put out.
Yeah.
And that's great. I wanted to tap into like the old 2000s type music video-esque where you get excited for the music video and the first thing you see is visuals and your favorite artist doing a dance break. So I tapped into that with my latest Calling My Phone. So shout out to Article Productions on that. And I would say, we got picked up for a company called KNG Entertainment, where they also picked up my last film called Room 702. So they're going to be, the film is going to be under that network, KNG. What's next? I do have a film that I was part of called Death's Dice, and it was directed by
Ooh.
Joseph Genoa. I think I said it right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, don't quote me on it, but that is a crime thriller slash somewhat comedy. That's supposed to come out sometime summer fall of 2025. So we got some acting coming along, but this film most likely the concert documentary will be out by June of the summer of
Excellent.
2025.
Brilliant. Well, in the meantime, where are we able to watch the trailer for it and also keep up to date with you on your website and social media to see what you're getting up to?
So they can catch the trailer, which is available right now, and it's on my YouTube production channel, which is www.youtube.com/J Vega Productions, which is JV3GA Productions. And they can catch the trailer. We just released the first teaser, and then sometime in the spring, we're going to release a longer official trailer, which will be like 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. And they can catch me on all social outlets: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We just said adieu to TikTok, so we cannot promote that right now.
Oh, yes, that's true.
But I know in other countries they can see me on TikTok. But if you're in the US, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, there are YouTube shorts. Hello, we still got some.
Oh, yes.
And my website, jessevega.com.
Brilliant. Well, many thanks for joining us. It's been great to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much, Toby, and everybody out there watching the Toby Gribbon Show. I'm so excited. Last time I was talking to you was on the radio on the awards.
Yes.
So, and I want to say thank you so much. I won second place for that. That was amazing. Maybe, hopefully, I'll try it out for the next year. We shall see. Who knows?